The giant Kerbal. Hello everyone, Noah here, and today we are back in Kerbal doing another challenge. This time, it's not a challenge that I have made myself. I have not made this challenge up myself. This is a challenge that my good friend Zach has come up with, and his challenge is to build a Kerbal and put it in space. Now, I thought, well, that's easy. There's already Kerbals built. I'll just take a Kerbal, put him in a rocket, put him in space, there we go. Then I thought, oh, now I know what he means. He meant to make a rocket in the shape of a Kerbal and put that in space. So today, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have created. If it shows up first try. Yay! Here's my derpy Kerbal. So we have on the sides here some rockets to get them up, but I have made it as realistic as I possibly could. I have given it the lights. It's got the gloves with the thing. Excuse the bad placement of the ladders. It's got his feet. His feet has rockets so that he can move around. And I've even given him a giant battery with the RCS ports, so he has like the RCS jetpack thing. And he has the buttons and the controls and stuff on there. He even has a little seat in the back there. You can see there's the seat for a person. These parachutes, actually I've done this in a really weird way. I got parachutes and then I got Illuminator MK1s as the pupils. But this actually looks pretty legit. And then he's got a mouth of just cubic octagonal struts. But yeah, that's my Kerbal. We got a seat, we got a command pod so that a Kerbal can get out. And then he can go down to the ground. And then he walks around to this side, climbs up here, onto here, walks across this panel, up this ladder, on here, in around here, and into the back, where I've got placed some more ladders there. You can see ladder and ladder then lead up to the seat so the Kerbal can get in. It's a one-person thing, and it's also got the remote guidance unit, so if you don't want to, you can just carry a giant Kerbal into space. So let's get to it. Let's make sure it's saved, make sure we got a Kerbal in there. Perfect. Go. Yeah, so let's see how this goes. Shout out to Zach for actually giving me this idea, and I will leave a link to his channel in the description below, because he will probably be making some videos himself soon. So we're gonna put on SAS, and we can get him to go EVA. He can climb down, I can then retract the ladder when he reaches the bottom. He'll do an amazing 10-point backflip and land perfectly on his feet. Didn't even mean to do that, but that was just skills. And so we'll climb up. And he'll get back up. We can retract the ladders behind me. Grab onto this one. Excuse the poorly placed ladders. 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 This is the bit that's kind of annoying, because you have to sort of glitch it and get lucky and hope that his head apparently gets stuck, and he gets stuck himself. Okay, climb, and then over, and then climb. There we go. It's just sheer luck that it works, and then you just gotta climb in, clamber in, get in, there we go. And then we walk around, and then we gotta zoom in quite a bit so you can actually see, and then find the ladder. Climby, 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 climby. Track that ladder, come on up. Mess this up entirely. Climb, track that ladder, board the seat, and there you go. And then we can, using a handy dandy decoupler, pitch the thing. It'll do a backflip, explode, and perfect. So now I got a Kerbal on the inside of a Kerbal. Now I tried giving him a visor and it didn't work. There's nothing that's in Kerbal that's clear, so I couldn't actually build that. But other than that, this is an entirely functional Kerbal rocket that we're gonna launch now. That's a bit slow. So basically, we just have some solid fuel boosters along with a massive fuel tank that's gonna get us up as best as I can. Make sure we're actually controlling from there. RCS is on, so that the SAS can use the RCS pack on the back. Alright, we're getting somewhere. We're doing it. Just give it a second. And yeah, yesterday I uploaded my one video that I said I would be making a second one. It didn't work, because for some reason it didn't record the mic. But I'll make up for that by making as many videos as I can, as often as I can. So we ditch them. They will attack each other like flying hornets, like annoyed hornets, and perfect. Now we just go up nice and high with our dual rockets here. Anyways, yeah, so this is the video that's coming out. This is going to be a relatively short one, because it's already been pre-made, and it's nothing really much to show, right? But, yeah, so this is going to be a video. I'm going to make another video on another game, which I'm not going to actually say yet, because it's going to be sort of a surprise thing. So, yeah, not going to say what it's called, what it is. I'll play that, record that, and if I have time, I'll record a Sands of the Solar Empire Rebellion video with the Star Trek Armada 3 mod, because so many people tend to like that. So yeah, and about now we can do a tiny turn to the left, or to the right, or whatever. Just want to wait until really this fuel runs out. Okay, on to these rockets. Okay, almost there. Applewaps height. Let's keep an eye on both Apple and the very upside Applewaps height. Okay, Applewaps height is solid 18 kilometers. Sweet. Just a tiny bit higher than what we're at. Time to Applewaps is gradually lowering. Full throttle. Now it's going up. Okay, we need that to be a very decent number. But yeah, so this is just a thing. We gotta get it to space. And that's the challenge completed. This is one of the easiest challenges I've ever done. It's no big deal, seriously. I mean, it's not gonna be properly set up for the color. As you can see, there's no green on this Kerbal, but it still works. Alright, yeah, so we're just getting up. And we're gonna run out of fuel. But I do want to show you something really funny. But, yeah, so we're just gonna cut the engines and cheat it the rest of the way. I know, but I technically got it to space. So that's the challenge, was to get it to space, not exactly in orbit. But now the moment that we've all been waiting for is to watch this thing go flying into the atmosphere at a really high speed. But I mean, yeah, it looks relatively similar to a real Kerbal. I mean, it's got the light, it's got the feet, it doesn't walk, but it's got the jetpack. It's really quite cute. There we go. Using my monopropellant, I shall deorbit this. stuff down on the ground. That's the KSC. Anyways, we now need to try and maintain velocity relative to the thing so I can actually get back in the seat. Just wanted to show you from the outside. It looks pretty decent. I mean, it's not the best, but it's close enough. It's difficult to make something green when you have no green. Okay, seat board. Frick, I lost it. Seat. Seat. Okay, just make this quick. Full power it. Control from the rotor retrograde there. See, we want this to be nice and quick. We want to land. Yep. We run out of fuel. Well, we've run out of fuel. Okay, perfect. SAS and RCS off. Actually, no, RCS on. Keep going. RCS. RCS will very slowly slow us down. Okay, we've gone past Apple Apps, I think. Yeah, we've gone past Apple Apps. We're going to very down. Okay, now we've definitely gone past Apple Apps. Now we're going down. Yeah, RCS isn't very effective. Okay. Now we're just gonna do this. Whee! But we're also going to do this. Whee! That's going to help dissipate heat, because I don't have any heat radiators or heat shields or anything on this. I'm trying to keep it as realistic looking as possible. I even gave them, like, the little thing that goes around their, the tip of their, like, the helmet of their spacesuit. I even got a picture pulled up, right here. See? Like, that bit. It's that bit. Alright, we're very close to hitting atmosphere. Okay. Okay, SAS help me. Thanks, SAS. That's all you need to do, really, SAS. And then I'm just going to spin it really fast. So that it just becomes a giant torpedo being a giant. It's a giant Kerbal torpedo. Whee! Poor Jeb in there is like, what the heck have you done? Okay, this is really spinning fast for something made of matter. This doesn't look too good for my poor Kerbal. Man, let's probably stop spinning it. Oh, crap. I just blew it up. I spun it so fast. Okay, I accidentally blew up the giant Kerbal. Oops. should have quick saved so I could have reloaded that, but too late now. Got a giant Kerbal head coming in. With I hope still the Kerbal inside. But yeah, I spun it so fast it actually blew up the whole thing. Oops. Probably shouldn't have spun it that fast then. Yeah, we still have our Kerbal inside. We don't have a lot of electric charge, but we still have enough. I do have some generators in here, so yeah. Yeah, spinny. I've actually got a helicopter now. I got sort of a mini helicopter going. It's just continuing the spin all on its own. I'm actually not doing anything. I'm hands are off the keyboard right now. Like, completely off the keyboard. I have to rely only on the parachutes right now to deal with this, and I don't have them set to deploy at maximum altitude. Actually, we don't need them to deploy at maximum altitude. 1500 I'm sure will be enough. We're not going to deploy them yet. Yeah, you can see all the debris of my Kerbal because I broke it into tiny pieces when I spun it so fast. I'm going to do this whole thing again after we land. We're going to just time warp here. That's just going to end my Kerbal's head. But after we're done doing this, I'm going to restart this and just not spin it as fast through the atmosphere. And, yeah, I'm going to speed this part up. Okay, so it looks like we're coming in for a landing soon. We've deployed our parachutes. I mean, the parachutes are just the Kerbal's eyes, but, I mean, it works enough, right? I should probably counteract that little spin that we've got going on. And, yeah, this is actually, I wonder how buoyant this is. Let's just, I'll speed this up again. Alright, and hard touchdown, but a touchdown nonetheless. The Kerbal's seat has exploded, and a lot of the things on the inside have exploded. And no, it's not very buoyant. Not at all. They have entirely just, the entire thing has almost just sunk. I wonder if I could make it so it could sink. Hang on, I'm going to jump cut and I'm going to add a bunch of ore tanks which are really dense so they can sink. Yeah. Be right back. Alright, so this is test number 1. We've basically just gone not far from the launch pad. We just launched up. And we're going to use our RCS to try and slow down a little bit more. And basically we're just going to land and hope this thing goes submarine. I've added a bunch of ore tanks filled to the brim with ore all the way in and around this thing, and that's why I have so many extra parachutes, so that the weight won't bear down on these ones. I'm hoping so desperately that this works. Alright, well, all of the control modules died, so that means that all of the ore tanks died, meaning that this won't have enough ore tanks in it to sink. It's not sinking. And it's now just debris. So we need to fix this. Alright, so alright, we're back, and we're about to touch down on the surface. Perfect. Parachutes, you can stop parachuting now. There we go. And we're basically a submarine. It's under the water. Which I guess is a good bit of progress. Jeb, you're gonna need those air tanks. You've inevitably gotten that spacesuit. Because we're going under the water in a submarine. Here we go. So basically we just gotta do this. point yourselves downwards. Stick our engines out of the water. And activate our engines. They're going to work into the water, because of course they do. So I believe there's a seafloor in the game. I don't know. We sure as hell are going to find out, because we're out in pretty far ocean. We're about 5 kilometers away from KSC, so... I mean, if you zoom out, it looks actually pretty cool. If you zoom out, weird. If you zoom way out, get to black, because we're really far out. Let's not do that. This is full power. These guys don't have very much power in them. We are going to activate infinite fuel. Because if we don't... Oh my god, things over there just detonated. Oh, because I just activated infinite fuel, they now have their fuel... Their engines, so now they're just going off. Now, wait, watch this. They're just gonna go and fly off and go wherever they want. Yeah, we now just have a steady going down here. We're gonna go straight down. And we're gonna use our monopropellant as well. Oh wait. We're gonna use our monopropellant as well. Not that it's gonna provide any extra speed. We're going down very slowly. So we're just gonna speed up time. Oh god, no, we're not actually going fast enough. Full power, please. We need more engines, I think. We're not going very fast. At minus 30 millimeters per second. We're not going very fast, even at full throttle. I just want to see if there's a seafloor. I'll speed this up in editing. Okay, so unfortunately it's not working. So I'll jump cut and I'll add more engines and stuff. Okay, actually I'm just gonna make another one. This is gonna be a double sort of video. I'm gonna make a submarine. I'm gonna try and make a submarine, and we'll see how that goes. Okay? Okay. Part 2. The submarine. So here's the design I've come up with for our submarine. I've got a lot of ore tanks all along it. Put some fins on it for stabilization. I put a way to get in and out on there. Got some air intakes, some double engines in a really cool sort of dual thingy. So I put these on in a weird way, and I've moved stuff around so it looks really cool in the front. Hope you like that design. But yeah, so we're just gonna kick her off, put her in the water and hope it goes down, because we got full ore tanks, a bunch of full radial tanks, so we should have enough ore just to put this thing in the water and make it sink. We'll see. Let's just speed up time so we get over the water faster. Actually, you know what? I'll just speed it up in editing. Okay, so we're coming back. Way too fast, way too fast, way too fast. Oops. Oh. I've made such an effective frickin' thing that it just rolls along the surface of the water. Just rolls. You guys are on the wrong way. Seriously? Okay, well then I just give you negative authority limiter then. This submarine is so effective, it's just going along the sea floor. This is more like an underwater car, more than anything. Alright, well let's just see how far down this thing goes. In fact, we could probably just let gravity do the work for us. No. We can't let gravity do the work for us because we're underwater. And water tends to, when you're a thing that can float, will make you float, and it will make us slightly float when we do that. But seriously, we're getting like no lift at all. We can't actually just submarine, we have so much. Yeah, we're approaching pressure limits actually, by going under this low. Let's see what the pressure limits are. Back gears. Back of our plane will break. There's all your pressure limits for you. And there's a bunch of... there's the ore tanks. Okay. I'll try and fix this. Just give me a second. Okay, so we got another test. We've removed quite a few of them. We've done a couple of tests. We're just bringing it into the water now. Nice and slow, nice and careful. I've also added some buttons so that we can jettison certain tank contents depending on whether or not it's floating. If I have... there we go. Oh. Frick. To be working. Okay, it seems to have a tendency to always want to push up, but you've got a working submarine here. It's my design of a submarine, and it works. Just that it continuously wants to go up. And it looks a bit like a shark. It's a shark. It's a shark. I've made a shark, guys. I've made a shark. Especially because I put like what the gills would be in like the exact same spot. And we can see absolutely nothing from that. But yeah, I could even add some lights on here. I'll add some lights on this. Don't know how to get the craft description, but I don't know how to get a craft file out to you guys. If anyone does know, let me know. Any easy way to share a craft file with you guys, if you guys want this. Yeah, it's a pretty decent submarine. It works pretty well. You can jettison certain tank contents if I want to rise or go back to the surface or not, or whatever. And if we want to stop, we can just cut the engines, and as long as we hold our position using our SAS, automatically slowly point us upwards. But using that slow point upwards, we can kick our engines into high gear, and our SAS is able to keep us stable. So yeah, we're keeping a nice low altitude right now. We can yaw, we can roll, sorta. Yeah, so this is a pretty decent submarine. We can yaw if we want. Just gotta be really careful and take your time. You can yaw, and you can use this for surprise sneak attacks. I mean, it's not the most efficient submarine in the world. It doesn't turn the fastest, but then again, it is underwater right now. And if we want to, we can just rise up to the surface. We don't even need to remove any. We don't even need to jettison any tank contents. We can just go right up if we want to. And carefully, not too quickly. Slow our engines on down there, and just rise up to the surface if we want to. I mean, it's not fast, but then again, it's a submarine. Submarines aren't supposed to be very fast. Yeah, so we're topping at highest speeds. Like, what's the highest speed? Let's just see how fast this thing can go. Just put it in a straight line, see how fast it goes. Top some 20 meters per second, which is pretty half decent, I guess, underwater. Hang on. 20 meters a second to kilometers an hour. 72 kilometers an hour, that's not bad. That's above... It's above most roads here where I live, at least. Miles per hour. It's 44 miles an hour. It's not that bad. it's not close, not quite there. Knots. I'm doing 38 knots. Yay! I'm doing 38, 39-ish knots. Feet per second is 65. That's not bad. 72 kilometers an hour. That's actually not bad for a top speed of underwater. This thing isn't wanting to go up very fast. Mainly because his engines aren't really on that much. But go up. I want to go up. I want to see if you need your jettison tank contents or not to rise out of the water. Oh, we're getting there, we're getting there. And we've successfully gone above and below again. Well, what's the default, like, lowering? Because it's automatically going to do it on its own. It's going to automatically go to about 40-ish kilometers? Or 40-ish miles? No, 50, 60. By default, it's going to do as low as it wants to go, I guess. It just goes all on its own. Let's try and bring this thing back to KSE. From the underwater, of course. Yeah. The shark. It's a pretty cool sea vehicle. It's not a boat. It's a submarine. Just the only problem is you can't see under the water, though. Or you can't see above what's above water. Okay, we're headed straight for the KSC. Now we're gonna start heading up, because it's by default gonna want to go up. And you can see the terrain is quickly catching up to us. We are 300 meters from the ground. And this thing, as long as there's a slope into the water, should just be able to go right onto the terrain, no problem. Because that's just the altitude below, that's the altitude of sea level. Right here I've got my altitude terrain, so I'm doing about 150 meters-ish from the ground, sea floor. So we're going to start slowing her down to about third power. I'll bring out the gears at about 50, about 100 will almost turn off the engines, I think. Bring them down a tiny bit more now. Bring out the gears at 50 meters, and yeah, now I've just got to hold down, otherwise it won't. Start to see the ground now. Alright, there we go, there's the ground. We're going to land on the ground, hopefully safely. Nothing's exploded. Now kick the engines into high gear. We're off. We're going to roll up the hill. Okay, we don't need to go that fast, considering we'll get blazing speeds when we get onto land, but right now, and this guy is set to negative 150 because he's not working properly. These guys are working just fine. Don't know what's wrong with these ones, but they don't want to pitch down properly for some reason, so I'm making them technically pitch up. Because if I do this, then they're going to pitch up. If I do that, then they'll pitch down properly. Yeah, so let's just head out of the water and let's see how this works. We did a bit of a jump there. small jumps because we're going so fast. And, you know, gravity is trying to pull on us, but then stuff doesn't work properly. But yeah, we're now coming out of... Here we go, we're about to get out of the water here in a second. Jeb can now see the water, he can now see the land, he's happy, as you can see, he's happy. We can actually see stuff from this view. Oh, yeah. There we go, we have made it out of the water. And Jeb is now one happy Kerbal. He can't get out. Oh, he can get out of that way. But now he's a bit stuck, considering... Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna make a quick edit, add some lights, add a ladder, so that he can get on. And that should be this entire creation done. Alright, so we're back, and here's the new and improved thing. Chopping at top speed of a lot of speed on land. It can go up to hundreds of meters per second on land, this submarine. It can achieve 20 meters per second under the water. And above water, I have no idea. I haven't actually tested above water on the surface of the water. It has lights, so you can see. It has a lot of lights, so you can really see. It can blind whoever you are in front of. If you have a jerk who owed you money way back in high school or whatever, and you want to blind them for it, then there you go. You got ladders so you can get onto it from the land. You can get onto it while you're underwater if you can somehow manage to get a Kerbal under the water. And it's got engines, so it can go really fast. It's got wheels, so it rolls. And it's got ore in its ore tanks, so it can go down. Now, it doesn't have drills, because those are big and bulky and hard to bring in a submarine. But if you have Kerbal attachment system, you could always just, you know, load one onto one of these ore tanks and put one of the attaching jigs onto the thing, and then have one on your ore tanks on a different ship, and then have drills on that, so you bring this right up next to it, and then whatever, right? That could work. But, yeah. Okay, so we're now just gonna enter the water nice and carefully. Nice and slowly. And now, the way I get this going, it's a bit annoying. But once you have it going, you're good. It's just gotta kick it into power. Kick its power on, you're relatively okay. You just gotta make sure you keep the thing from doing much, and there you go. And using your lights button, you can of course do lights. You can now light up your entire area so you can see, should you need that. Now let's just test this thing getting up to the surface. So we're just gonna push 4, which jettisons all my ore contents. So now all the ore is gone, and this thing is just gonna rise to the surface. So we've now gotten to above the water. You can go back under the water if you want. You're not gonna get very far. In fact, you're not even gonna be able to go very far anywhere. But yeah, this thing can't take off from the water, but it could sure as hell take off as a plane from land. But let's just see how fast it goes on the top of the water. Not a whole lot faster than underwater, but it does do faster than underwater. It does do about 23, 24 at top speed, 24 at top speed, so yeah. And it actually serves pretty good as a boat. It's actually a pretty good boat. Big boat. Dragster boat. And yeah, and as a boat it would just be able to get onto the land like a submarine, just a bit more efficiently. So you could just extend out the gears, extend thought L would do lights, but it doesn't do lights. And B only does brakes, but temporarily. They changed the buttons quite a while ago. I don't think there's actually a light action group button anymore. But yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is a 2-in-1 video, so deal with it, I guess. And I'll be making another video shortly after this one is edited. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this. And I'll see you in the next one. Let's just watch my failure at trying to get this thing to get back on the land. And also, this thing has a crap ton of fuel. It's never gonna run out of fuel. Oh yeah, it's never gonna run out of fuel because I turned it on propellant. This thing won't use up fuel too quickly. Yeah. So we can just bring it in nice and carefully here. I want to try and see how effective this is as a plane. So not only is this a boat, a submarine, and a car, it could also end up being a plane. Let's just test this. There we go. Let's just get out onto flat land and see if this actually works as a plane. Because it's got 2 freaking jet thrusters. I'm pretty sure that 2 jet thrusters will be enough. Oh yeah, I'm shooting into the water and it sends out those effects in all directions. So, moisten. He's been moistened. Okay, we don't want to try and hit the runway. Let's just turn this way, actually. Still relatively flat ground. Once we hit flat, we're going to engage the engines on full. Which would be about 60 meters about now, I guess. Here we go. See how effective this is as a plane. Alright. Plane? Is this not only a car, a submarine, and a boat, but is it able to be a plane as well? Can you plane? Can you plane? Can you take off, please, before we hit the hill? Apparently not. Okay, let's see if this hill will help rather than hinder. It's more help than hinder. Nope, this thing doesn't have enough power to fly. But let's see if we can edit it to fly. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and I have edited it a bit. I've tweaked it a little bit. We've added some engines, and I've changed the name to be a bit more appropriate. It's now submarine / car / boat / plane, and here is the extra engines to make it into a plane. I know, it looks a bit more like an X-Wing fighter now. Meh. So now we're just gonna activate all these engines, see how this does, and yeah. I won't be surprised if this thing just miserably fails and falls over. But now I'm hoping that the extra lift, the extra speed, will allow for us to actually take off. Hoping. Oh frick, oh frick, we've gone off the runway. We've exploded. Just as I thought. I'm gonna try and fix this. Okay, total redesign. Total redesign. Let's see how this works. So I've added some extra SAS. I've moved the ladders and stuff, so I'm hoping that it's better. Made some minor changes. I've added more SAS. Somehow I've managed to get an SAS module stuck in the back of that one and not the back of this one. Let me fix that. Right. So, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Go. That one's flamed out. There's liquid fuel deprived for some reason. You have liquid fuel right there. See, now I'm just drifting around the whole runway. Okay, let me try again. That shouldn't be liquid fuel deprived, because it's right attached to the frickin' thing. Okay. Turn off all the engines. You're liquid fuel deprived. The frick. Okay, let's explore and see what the heck is wrong on you. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay? Screw yeah. Because I can just do this. And just pull it back. There. And then we need to put the wheels back on. There, no steering. There we go. We should be okay. Now we should have no problems, okay? Alright, now watch this. Here we go, here we go. Okay, turn off the engines. There we go. No one should flame out because they don't have fuel, because they do have fuel. Okay, so when we get fast enough, I think I can take these ones and turn them off. Like, bring them in. I don't know, so I'm just gonna wait. So I'm safely off the runway. Oh my god, I've just made a freaking plane, submarine, car, boat thing. I mean, it's uncontrollable. Really uncontrollable. But holy frick, it works. And it's a freaking car slash boat slash plane slash submarine. Skills. Okay, let's see how well this thing turns. Really freaking well, actually. Now the problem is you can't go from plane to submarine. You can go from plane to car, and then car to submarine. So that's the one problem. You have to actually go from plane, and then you have to car, and then submarine, or just car to submarine. But I was just testing to see if it would work as a plane, and it works as a plane. And it's actually pretty decently controllable if you have SAS on. Just as long as you've got SAS on, you're pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can bring this thing in for a landing. Push 7. Yep. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Pretty hard landing. Pretty tough landing. Tough landing, tough landing. Okay, I'm entirely dead. I got an idea. Babe. Okay, so I've added a few parachutes. For if you're landing. Just, there you go. Boom. Lots of parachutes. Or, and drogue chutes and stuff. So activate that one, activate those ones. And off we go. Time warp times 2, so we actually accelerate faster. And away! In the submarine slash boat slash car slash plane, whatever it is. Submarine slash car slash boat slash plane. So we actually have to wait until we hit the edge of the runway before we can actually pull up. But after that's done, we're good. We're in it actually sort of looks like a futuristic car, to be honest. Just with the side engines and stuff, it just looks like it would be a futuristic type of car. Just looks like it, alright? I'm not saying it is, but this would probably be sort of like a futuristic type of vehicle, because can go underwater, you can go on the water, you can fly, and you can go on land. So if you need to get somewhere far away, you can just fly. If you need to get somewhere, say, to an underwater an underwater base, or you want to go sailing, you could do that. No problem with this. No problem. Bring out our gears, cut the engines, bring on the brakes, and parachutes. An explosion a bit. Let's do that. To the point where the entire thing is broken. Hang on, let's revert flight to the launch. We need to be higher up than that because that one was way too low. Let's try that again. Here we go. So you can't pull up. If you pull up, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to put a lot of pressure on those back wheels and they might end up exploding. So let's just get a lot of height. People who are trying to design futuristic vehicles, take note. This is a working submarine, plane, car, boat thing. I mean, it requires a lot of parachutes and a lot of G-forces when we're landing the plane part. Look at this. It's going vertically and it's doing relatively okay. It hasn't stalled yet. We're just gonna do a backflip here because screw it. Screw it. We almost did a second backflip then. We've turned right on ourselves and we're doing fine. Sure, it may look like we're spiraling out of control in midair, but that's only what we look like we're doing, but we're not actually doing it. Except for the fact that most of our speed is going vertically. Downwards. Which is not a good thing. Can we, pull out of this death? Death, please? Pull up, please. There we go, that's the types of speed I want to see. Upward kind of speed, though. But yeah, this thing is actually pretty decent. Alright, we're gonna do that vertical thing again, just so we can on-purposely stall. Pretty much just gonna on-purposely stall. Actually, that's exactly what we're doing, we're on-purposely stalling. So we can parachute down to the ground safely. So it's pretty basic, this thing. You just gotta make sure you pull the parachutes at the right time. See, there was a lot of G-forces then, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah. I mean, you can't really do much. Can't even really... I mean, we can turn. Nope, can't even do anything anymore. Do we have no electric charge? That's why. Hey. Getting very close. Please don't explode, 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 please be enough parachutes, please be enough parachutes. Oops. I have 4 engines now. Hey, parachutes, could you go away, please? Thank you. Okay, so I lost them engines. But it's not like I needed them. Although now we're just gonna revert flight. So that's meant to be like pulled, either if you're a really good pilot and you can land it, then land it properly. If you're a terrible pilot like me, who has no idea what he's doing, then you want to land with the parachutes. Just make sure you pull them really low to the ground, like maybe 100-ish meters from the ground, so that the parachutes will immediately deploy, slowing you down. And so you're flying along, your parachutes deploy, and you just, like, you come in, it pulls you back, you have your gears extended, and the ground, like, and you just slow down before you hit the ground, and then you just, like, roll, rather than breaking your bottom engines like I did. Now, of course, I could add on, like, landy legs, which I'll probably actually do, just to let people who don't play this game as good a pilot as other people do can land it. And 50-ish meters a second. And we just cut it until we reach the end of the runway-ish. And then we put on the brakes, and then we just slowly bring it into the water. We're gonna activate the other engine so we can see how fast this thing can go now with the more stuff. So we're gonna actually pull the brakes about 55 meters, because we're gonna turn apparently. Do a spin. Yep, that's how you're supposed to do it. And then you do glide in nicely and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. 19 meters a second. Perfect. You're immediately submerged, and you just engage engines full power. So you're go. Gears are coming in, and we're off. Now we have the opposite problem. It keeps wanting to pitch down. But now this even looks cooler. It looks even cooler now. Alright, let's see how deep. Let's just get this thing to go deep now. Okay, let's just see. Actually, no. Cruising speed underwater. Cruising speed is when you're flat-ish. It's not gonna work because it just wants to go down. Okay. Well, let's just go down then. Pull out of the down. Pull out of the down. Out of the down. Thank you. Relatively level flight. I don't know if we're level or not. Okay, well, we're level now. Level speed is still staying at about 20. It's about 22 now. So we've added about 2 meters a second onto these guys. Oh god, that's the ground. Hit the ground, at 200 meters? Oh frick, we're actually really low down. Okay, well now we're kinda stuck. Push out all wheels. We're gonna activate the engines and try and rise this thing up and out of the water. I don't know how successful we'll be at that. We're not gonna. Okay, cut out engines. Jettison all tank contents. Okay, jettison all tank contents. Okay, we're gonna end up hitting the pressure limits for all of my parts, and everything would have exploded. See? Lights are disappearing for some reason. At certain angles. No idea why. Oh, we've run out of electric charge now too. Great. This thing really should have its own generators now. But we're just gonna try and bring this thing back up. Alright, we're generating electric charge now. Yeah, we only have the electric charge from both the pods, so probably add a battery and maybe some generators. Oh wow, we were really close to actually like hitting the ground. But yeah, let's test now that Jeb has successfully left. Oh, let's turn off SAS so we stop losing energy. We then transfer Jeb out, and we'd get Jeb to EVA, and then he could let go, and then if we wanted to just leave this thing in the ocean, we would just then climb down using this handy dandy thing. We could even climb down the ladder, disobeying the laws of physics, and then get back into the water. Okay. And then we could just swim to the shore if we wanted to leave this thing on the water, or get a boat or something to bring them back, or to be more efficient to bring this thing closer, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to board, and then we're going to engage the engines on a bit. Oh, now it's just showing all the sets of two. So yeah, this thing actually has a lot of extra liquid fuel. If I just had generators on, it would work a bit better. But yeah, so we're just going to bring this guy in closer to the water, or closer to the land, so that Jeb could get out, and we could just leave this as a submarine just sitting around on the surface. Yeah. So I think I might actually, I know what I'll do. I could add on some drills. I'll add on mini drills that I can drill when I'm next to the surface with. So that if you had like a special dock, like an entire ship that was a dock or something, you could dock this up next to it if you have a spot for a submarine, and as long as you've got a spot near the ground, you could just dig more ore with this, and there you go. If I attached, and if you had an ISRU on this, you could make it into more fuel if you needed it, but you don't really need that, so there we go. We're just and then using the gears, we can hold the brakes so it stays where it is. And then a Kerbal, if they wanted to, could just get out or in, and then right now he's fine. He can just jump into the ocean. I'm sure he'll be fine. Yep, he's fine jumping in the ocean. He has no running on the water, but he could just swim. And as soon as he's on land, he's fine, and he's fine. So yay, we have made, well, today we did my Kerbal challenge, then we made a submarine. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this, and let's just get a picture. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Actually, wait, let's do the screenshot, actually. How do we want to screenshot it like that? Yes, there we go. Yay! So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video that I make, which will be later. Bye-bye.